Welcome to Late Night Chat with JT and Rob, episode 295 and 296.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
That's what you want.
Oh, Rob, welcome back into the house, brother.
Was
What's going on, buddy?
not too
Guys.
much, my bearded balded friend. How are you?
I know. Hey, trust me. You got to start. You got to start last year to fucking catch up with a beard. But,
I can't do it. I try. I used to have it long like that, and it drives me nuts, man. Food gets in it, and
I love it, bro. It is.
yeah, I know. I used to do all that too, and I can't do it anymore.
You know how warm it keeps my face makes me feel so manly, guys. Welcome to your new episode of Late Night Chat, guys. One of the last few left remaining, guys. So don't forget about that. It's coming. It's coming to a near close. I hate to say it's a bittersweet.
Getting closer to 300, where it ends.
It's bittersweet,
and then it becomes something else.
And then it becomes a whole new project.
Yeah.
But guys, we always got crazy stuff here on the Late Night Chat Network. It's your first stop for pop culture talk. All right.
Attaboy. You got it right.
I didn't even need. You know what happens if I just read it off a piece of paper? It fucks me up. But if I just say it in the flow out of my mouth, it just like verbal diarrhea, buddy. Like verbal diarrhea.
Yes, exactly.
And you know how much of that I'm full of, right?
Oh yeah, which is fine.
But yeah, buddy, how's it been, man? I haven't seen you in like a dog's age, bro.
Yeah, we haven't seen each other in a while. We talk a lot, but we haven't seen each other in a bit.
I know, we talk more than most people, and yet I don't fucking ever come by to see you, or you never come by to see me. Well, you've paid a visit.
I live out in the boonies, right? Yeah, I did actually. I did. I came down and visited you the one time when I was visiting my sister there, and after I left there, I popped by. Super Bowl. I hope you come by for Super Bowl again.
Don't even. I hope you come by. Oh, look who it is.
Well, look.
Look, the missus in the house.
I'll let you do it. There,
why is that straight off? That's a trip. It's all the settings went back to like weird branded settings.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's up with that? Yeah, but
I had to change everything around. It's weird. I gotta remember to change this one as a bubbly letter. So, guys, thanks, you Dallas cheerleader. Are you?
Yeah, actually, I was just following it.
No, they. I know she's on there. She's in first and she's in
14-7. Stupid Cowboys. Hey, it's still early. You never know. It's because everybody else decided to pick Texas. Actually, there's a few. There's about 3 or 4 people I think that went Dallas. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually a little surprised. I figured my sister would be the only one. But I mean, hey, if Dallas wins, that means my sister wins. That's why she went that way, I think.
You know what? There's been some crazy She's gonna win. It's been a crazy week, I think.
No, because if Texas wins, unfortunately, there's other people that have more points that'll jump over her. But
but not me. Don't worry about me.
Not you.
No.
Actually, the Shafe is at the bottom.
I was wondering.
He forgot to do his afternoon picks.
And the best part about that is that he probably would have been up there in the first place area because afternoon picks all hit, if you noticed.
Well, I noticed that he was the only one that took Seattle against San Fran, and he was the only one that won on that one.
That's what jumped him ahead of everybody. I think.
I know that screwed me for 12 points, man.
Oh man, what a fucking crazy guys! I just want to get back into some of this stuff. I don't know. I might have some promos, but guys, yeah, man, we have mixtapes coming out every Friday. Nico's going nuts with that, guys. So don't forget to tune in and check that out. So this Friday you'll have a new mixtape. They for some reason people are just gravitating toward them, and I thank everybody.
Good music. It's good music.
It is
great music. What's happening?
it's good music, and it's even better that somebody's taking their time to, like
Mhm.
Nico himself. He takes his time to put this
Oh,
shit together.
absolutely.
Like
Well, I'll give it
it's
to him, man. He makes some good mixtapes. Those are some good shit. Like, I mean, even
Yeah.
when he had back on one of the shows where he was playing a bunch of his old stuff. I was like, some of the stuff actually I was interested in trying to download myself, but you can't even download it because it's
No,
so
it's mixtapes,
old
right?
mix, right? So, but there was some good beats, man.
And when the old mixes come in like that, and this is stuff that a lot of people had. Remember when we used to have burnt CDs and shit in our car, and we used to pick them up
Yep.
from the convenience stores and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And it'd be a DJ that would put out
in there.
mixtapes and so on. Yeah, so
Yeah,
you can't even find these things. A lot of them, even on YouTube, are hard to find, right? Like
yeah.
you can't Shazam them. You can't, even though you might know the track, the beat might
Yeah,
be
but it's the way exactly. It's not gonna be the exact same beat because I mean some of the beats that he's got, man, is fantastic.
yeah. And you know what? Like he keeps reminding me, don't you worry that it's always flying, that thing. And then you know what? It's the least amount of work he has to do in that sense. If you think about it, it really is
Sure.
just putting in a playlist for an hour
Push play and walk
and
away.
have a blast, right? Yeah, because you walk away and you
Yeah.
just watch and see the people that are listening, and it's a really awesome way to uh just get that old school vibe sometimes, and
Yeah.
just kick back and put your
Yep.
feet up and relax. If you're at home,
Yep. Yep.
if you have YouTube on the go, whatever, you can do it that way as well. Also, guys, every week Comic Shop Talk
Yep.
drops. So if I'm not mistaken, there might have been one out earlier today or tomorrow that'll be coming out, but it would be, if it came out today, would have been earlier today.
I don't think it did because I didn't see anything come up on my phone for it.
And then late night chat again. This one will be airing tomorrow.
Yeah.
The first half of it, and then the second half will be airing next week, right? So
First 5 minutes will be tomorrow, and the second 5 minutes will be next week.
Yeah, exactly. That's about it. And I don't know. I get chopped and screwed a lot on these. If you know what I mean. When I go by
Yeah.
mixtapes, I get chopped and screwed on these. So if you ever see me on a video, you'll probably know when I get edited out. So guys, make sure to keep note of that. Like everybody that pays attention to our movie shows and our stuff, watch how much of JT just disappears mysteriously off the video. And we'll go like that.
It's the old magic eraser.
You know what it is, dude. I've come to learn. I don't have a loud enough voice to keep up with some of them when we're doing a three-way conversation.
Racism.
It's very biased.
It's against
they know I have.
people.
Yeah, they know I have the sexiest voice out of them.
Yeah,
Also, they want to edit me out.
That's
want to edit me out. But I got the prettiest face of them all, so that's all that matters, right?
There you go.
Also,
you're pretty
a new late night at the movies came out last week, guys. It was The Beach Bum, the one that I picked. Now that movie's a classic, guys. Go back.
That's what you say. That's what you say. I haven't seen it. Still haven't seen it yet, but I'll have to check.
Well, I actually went back to rewatch this one, and I noticed that I was like, "Where's JT in this fucking thing?"
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there was some touchy parts. I said a couple choice words, and Nico decided that I had to be edited out. And sometimes you gotta get high, you gotta get low before you get high, right? You gotta get low to get high, right? But I got high.
Okay, hold on. Explain to me
first.
Why do you have to be edited out? Is this not under our?
Oh yeah. It's just no. Sometimes I go on these tangents, bro, and I lose my train of thought.
Okay.
And it just comes out as nothing.
But isn't it better if you speak the truth?
You would think so, right? But remember, when we're in a PC culture, okay, there's certain things that I have to be careful on what I say.
Don't go there.
Exactly, right?
I do not want to go there.
Yeah, there's certain things
I'll have a tangent.
Yeah, there's certain things I can't say, and I know when to keep it to a minimal, but there's always times that you always have to have a stupid JT comment. There's always going to be.
Of course you do.
And I
the
hope
show wouldn't be the same without a JT comment like that. Come on.
No, I hope like they save my Jonah Hill comment and stuff. I hope they keep that little snippet for the year end.
Is he in that movie?
Yeah, he is in that movie. He's a big ball grabber, right?
Ball grabber. Nice.
Yeah, you gotta watch the movie to understand.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, dude, and that's another thing. We had 25 yesterday, but we have 15 subscribers to go. Okay, to get to 500. So I am thanking
Wow.
everybody right now.
Yes. Damn.
Nico is on his game. I'm sorry, guys, and I think the way the
We're
channel is
close to
pivoting,
500.
yeah, that
That's
we've picked up
impressive,
the
man.
most subscribers in the last year that
Yeah.
we've done in the last 5 years.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
the way the math works out, Nico had it up here, and it was like we've got 2/3 of the subscribers in
So-
this last year, as
Yeah.
opposed to the whole
So
time.
how much is he down?
We're down 15 subscribers, dude.
No, like how much money is Nico down for paying these guys off to?
Well, there you go. Thanks, bro. Thank you.
I'm joking.
No, it's good. I'm
Yeah,
glad you
teasing.
said it because it was there. I was thinking of
Yeah.
throwing that out there, but I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, let's not stir the pot. too much.
$5 for everybody that
Well,
subscribes to.
I don't have to deal with him until the next the live one that we do, right? Which
I mean,
will
he's
be
got
in
enough.
person.
He could advertise a free comic book for everybody who subscribes.
You know what? You know what, Nico? That's not a bad thing. How about you do a instead of just giving them back,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
about you do donations with your
Donation.
comic book, and somehow raffle off some of your comics when you're doing
Yeah.
comic shop talk. The ones you kind of don't tend to keep around,
Yeah,
and you end
yep.
up reselling back or whatever.
That'd be fantastic. Give them.
I thought about that. I mean, I don't have anything. If somebody wants those bed sheets, they can have them.
Oh fuck no! You crazy?
You want my mystery package, whatever's on top of that fucking table there?
Dude, I
will raffle.
Thank you.
I will give that away for free if we can get 15 subscribers more, man.
I'm gonna have to work.
Hey,
on
how
it, see
about-
if I get a couple people,
Hey.
other people?
How about if I do a striptease for everybody? Will that make maybe we can get our extra 15 subscribers then?
We're trying to gain subscribers, not lose subscribers. No, I'm just teasing. I'm teasing.
Oh,
yeah.
but yeah, and then
Boom, boom, boom.
so that beach bum was all last week. So check
Okay.
that one out, and then we got a new one that's coming in the next week, which is the Steve Jobs film. Right, I think it's called Steve
Ooh.
Jobs. To be honest with you,
That's cool. I think that'd be a cool one. Yeah.
yeah. So that's a pick brought to us by Max, right? So it should be interesting. I should hate it, but it should be good.
Yeah.
I just had to throw that in there in case.
I don't know. I find I kind of find those ones like it's the same one like with the movie with about Zuckerberg and Facebook. They're kind of interesting.
Did I call you Rob? I mean, did I call you Nico Rob? No.
Well, we were talking back. You might have heard Nico when we were talking about Nico. I don't think you called me Nico, but if you did,
Okay,
you did.
dude.
As long as you don't call me
mix up
late for
names all
dinner,
the-
man, I'm fine. I don't give a shit what you call me.
And that's just another old person joke. Look at that, buddy.
It is. Hey, I ain't saying I'm a young chicken. I'll tell you that. So that's all they're going to be is old dad jokes.
Old man jokes, just period.
Oh, I've got tons of them, dude.
Oh, I know. I don't consider mine old man, but they probably are getting to that point where they are old man jokes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Drop my phone.
yeah, he's fucking picking up his balls from the ground. Did you notice that, guys?
Yeah. That's what happens when you get
But
old.
yeah. 15 subscribers to go after all the fucking shitty comments I've made and everything like that. People are still subscribing.
That's
So
good. That's good.
maybe that editing is working, Nico.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe
17-7.
no, but yeah. So speaking of let's get back into
Okay.
this first topic here with this fucking football. This fucking week, really, I thought I had it down pat. I mean, I knew it was going to be a tough week because we're in now the final stages of
Yeah.
the football year, and it sucks to say that already because we're already going into week 12 now after today.
Yeah, after today's week 12. Yeah.
Yeah, so that means we got what
There's
6
still
weeks,
these
no, 4
few of
weeks
these
left.
underdogs still pulling it out. That's screwing me up on my pool, man. Can Indian
And they-
Colts? I could kill them. Oh, I know you picked that, but yeah, I was,
I had
that
a
and
feeling,
San
bro.
San Fran is becoming the next fucking Dallas Cowboys because they're should
falling
be
apart
winning.
right now.
They are, man. It's ridiculous.
They're falling a fucking apart, man. There's
Yeah.
nothing that we can do or say, but that's what I noticed is happening. And the spreads on these were so tight. Some of them were tremendous, like
tonight's
a
game
7.5.
Tonight's was like I think 7 or something like that.
7.5, yeah. At the
Yeah.
end of it, yeah. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay,
I
but
think
that
same with the
shit.
Detroit. The Detroit one was like I think up 10.
But dude, did you see the score on the
Wha-
Detroit?
Oh
game?
no shit! That's the highest score they've ever gotten.
I have never seen a team like, okay, why would you even want to come out after the second half, dude? If you
Like,
only have
that's
not even a
crazy. Well,
complete touchdown,
you gotta try. I mean, I'll give it to Jacksonville. I mean, they got it.
they had heart,
just-
bro. They came
Oh,
out
100%, man. They didn't stop. But I mean,
and they must have been
they're
embarrassed
getting
as
their
fuck.
ass kicked.
Oh,
And my
that's not their
Saints,
year.
gotta love my Saints. See, now
What the
that
fuck is going on with that?
well,
That
'cause
pissed me off.
Everybody's coming back from injury, dude. Hill
Well,
is
you know what?
Hill is unbelievable. I don't care what anybody says. And yes, there's amazing football players in this league, but nobody is universal like Taysom Hill. That guy is just unfrickin' believable. He got like 3 of the touchdowns. I don't know how many yards he ran for. Plus,
Was
he
that
also
him or Carr this year? Was that him or Carr that played it this game?
both. Carr is the
Oh, you said the
is
quarterback.
is the quarterback, but he does take quarterback for a few plays here and there, and then he goes back to like he's all over. He's definitely one of those jackknife players, man. He can do anything.
Like one of those baseball style luxury
Yeah.
players. Sorry,
Yeah.
it was utility.
He's
They call him
unbelievable.
utility.
Yeah.
They call him utility.
But now that we got him back, we got Carr back, we got, Almera back, we're still missing Olave and a couple of other guys. But for the most part, I mean, we got a lot of our defensive tackle and stuff like that back. It's,
because I thought, I mean, I
they're
figured
playing because that's how they started off so well, because they had a
But
full
this-
team that was healthy. And they kicked
That's
ass
what I
at both
mean.
of the beginning of the games, and then all of a sudden everybody just started dropping like flies, and then when we lost 7 straight after that.
yeah. Well, the thing is, it's kind of fucked up when you think about it, because it's nice to know. And that's the thing. If you, I actually had to turn the notifications on my app, on my Score app, because I needed to know when people were coming back from being injured, because I noticed that's a big
Yes.
fucking thing.
It's a huge difference, man.
Now it helped me out this week too with the I thought the Bears were gonna pull it off, because they got rid of that. Was it the coach or the defensive coach? And they almost pulled it off for us.
Yeah.
And that fucking block by Green Bay, I was watching it and I'm going, really?
Yeah, thank God.
No.
Well, for me, even not for you, for me. I mean, no offense.
The
Nothing
problem
personal,
was
but fuck you. I need it. I needed Green Bay to win.
It was what it was, because you know what happened, man, with the score like that, and they were running down the time. I seen what they were doing. They were like trying to use the clock to their advantage.
Yeah.
But at the end, it fucked them. Right?
Yeah, because they didn't have time to come back. Yeah.
Yeah, because you get that blocked punt. Yeah, you don't have time to, just even have, a fair fight to go. Like,
I think this is twice now that this has happened to the Bears, because all of a sudden online, all you saw was a ton of video of these Bear fans like starting to celebrate too early once again, and it blocked and they lost, and people were losing their shit, smashing.
I like
their
Caleb
TVs
Williams too.
and-
He's not a bad quarterback.
No,
right?
I get it, but
he was getting eaten alive for the first
Yeah.
part of the season. He was getting eaten alive. There were too many. He was taking too many hits for himself. He was running away from the fucking play, which you gotta step into. You can't run back, man. You gotta be in the pocket. Otherwise, if you're not in the pocket, you're not gonna do what you'd want to do.
Yeah.
Right. But
I tell you,
I figured, huh?
I was just gonna say, I'll tell you the one of the better games that I watched, other than my Saints, was that Buffalo Kansas City game last night. Was fantastic.
And I should. I was debating to go full points for that one, but I didn't.
I should.
I picked 11, right? So it gave me more than enough that I needed, like, to give me a little bit of a boost.
Yeah.
But
that was a great game,
bro.
I tell you, Allen ran for that touchdown, was like 33 yards. Unbelievable.
Yeah. I said, you know what? Okay, if the Saints are gonna lose, if the Chiefs are gonna lose, they're gonna lose to a team like fucking.
They always play well. Like, look at what, like last year, where it came down to who was going through to the finals. They were showing highlights of that too, of KC last year against the Bills. Those two teams, when they play against each other, man, it always ends up being a great game.
Well, they played that on a replay, I think on Friday night or Saturday. They played that on a replay of some sort. It could have been one of the two. I think it was Friday night.
Okay,
just before the Tyson fight. But they played that.
Going on that.
Oh, we're gonna have some fun with that one too. Don't you worry, buddy.
Fucking bullshit fixed fight.
Yeah, but you come. Okay, we'll get into that in a second. Let's finish
Yeah,
this
yeah.
football
Yeah,
thing because
Go ahead.
this thought I have here on this one here too. But this they play good when it comes to even. I mean, the only other teams I would have thought could have beat Kansas City this year would have been Buffalo or maybe Baltimore or something.
Detroit.
Oh yeah, Detroit, another one. So
That's going to be. I tell you, if those two meet, I don't know whether they're meeting this year or not, but if they do, that is going to be another.
I wouldn't be surprised if they meet in the playoffs.
Game. Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic game,
right? So I mean, to be honest with you,
I'm still trying to get to used to what divisions everybody's in. So I don't know whether they're in the same.
It's AFC, one's north,
AFC or north. Yeah, exactly.
One's north and one's south, I think.
I would have to fucking look here.
But then there's AFC and then there's NFC, and it's just like, come on. There's so many conferences, so many divisions. I thought hockey was bad.
No, football's. I know. Especially when you're just learning all this too. So it's like.
But they got the spread. They even hit the spread too. I think they fucked the spread too.
They're in different conferences, dude.
Detroit. Okay, so they're in different conferences. They'll meet in the conference finals if they can.
Yeah,
if that happens.
Yeah, because Detroit is in the National and KC's in the American. Okay.
But the one that really fucking pissed me off this week was those damn fucking Steelers.
Don't go against the Steelers, man. I'm telling you that they have got a rocket team this year.
They have a defense core that's pretty tough, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're still.
And you don't need the offense.
Watt is like probably one of the best out there. That guy.
Bro, they only got 18 points.
He's a machine.
You know what I mean? They only scored 18 points. They're long drives.
Out of this world, man.
The defense is unstoppable.
Yeah.
Like I've noticed that about them, and I pay attention and they were doing a lot more of the blocking than they've pulled off I've seen a lot more field goal blocks from them than I did for so when Green Bay, it kind of threw me off, right? Because I'm used to seeing it. I've seen it with the Steelers a couple times this year.
See everybody burning Aaron Rodgers jerseys.
Bro, that team is falling apart. That team needs a full overhaul.
Oh, it is. They showed a clip of the crowd chanting, "Sell the team, sell the team." Like
Is that what they were saying?
Yeah, sell the team. Yeah, it's insane, man. I mean, they're really. I don't know what's going on there.
Into the heart, eh?
And I mean, Rodgers. I don't know why you would. I mean, he's not what he was anymore. It just. I think that was
he still was never the.
No, he was half decent, but I mean, he was never.
But
I mean, he's no Tom Brady, right?
He was riding. Isn't he riding that wave when he was in Green Bay? Yeah. So
he wasn't even as. I don't even think he was the best there. I think Favre was probably was better.
It was Favre. Yeah, he was.
Favre was
following Favre.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I said Brady. Brady was more. Wasn't he a Patriot?
Patriots, and then went to the Bucks. He ended his career.
Then Tampa Bay. Yeah. That's why I don't know why I said Brady. I know he's the worst fucking commentator in the fucking sport. But
right now, I seen a couple of these video mimes. It should have left long ago. Yeah, no shit. I seen a couple of these mimes or these online funny things where they do voiceovers. And about the refs and with Mahomes saying about everything is like, there's a 5-yard penalty for dissing Mahomes. Everybody hail Mahomes. He's going on like everybody says that the refs, like everything is fixed with it. I mean, some of the calls, you could tell maybe he gets favored a little bit, but I mean, it's going to be like that in any sport. It's the same with the NHL. You get certain ones. Although it was nice to see on Saturday, Connor McDavid get nailed for something that he was crying about when he got interference call or whatever on Tavares. And
fuck!
He was all out. He was. Are you kidding me? Tavares.
Did you see that dirty hit from Reeves? Did you see that dirty hit from Reeves? Don't even.
I didn't see any dirty. I saw a great hit by Reeves on to Nurse.
I seen a fucking right to the fucking head, bro. I seen a shoulder to the head, bro.
Well, why? Tell me this. Why?
I know he should be looking up.
Why is a 6'2" defenseman crouched down to 5'10" with his head down? Tell me that.
Why are you coming in at him at full speed? You got nothing to prove.
Because you want to knock his fucking head off.
But you have nothing to prove against Nurse. Like you don't have anything.
No, but it doesn't matter.
No, but You need to go after somebody your own size. They're paying you to. You're paying his contract to
Dude,
fight
he
people.
is
the
the
normal.
same size.
He doesn't even get fucking 5 minutes of ice time, bro. He's a waste of space on the fucking bench.
Yeah, I don't
He's
agree
not.
with that.
I'm sorry, they don't need
He's
him.
intimidating. That's all that matters.
But that's all he is intimidating.
So
Let's
works.
Let's bring him to the sheriff, and we'll see what he fucking does. Because he'll fucking lay
Who's
him
the
on his
sheriff?
ass. Who do you think's the sheriff?
Don't tell me that Jack guy because he fucking
Oh, he'll
sucked.
he'll fucking lay him out.
Oh,
Him and his
dude,
brother,
please.
even his little
Him
brother.
and his brother just play with each
It'll
other.
make
that's it.
it'll be like
Come
him
on.
and his brother. His brother will be like Jake Paul to Mike Tyson.
Oh, fixed? You mean? He's gonna pay everybody off? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I believe that.
No,
Okay.
that I didn't like that hit at all. I mean,
It-
okay, you
it
should
was-
have had
yeah,
your head
he
down. I
should've-
said
No, you're right. He should have.
he could have slowed down.
Definitely,
He could have.
it definitely. He definitely deserves a couple games. 5 games, no. And the only reason why he got 5 games is because George Paris hates the Leafs because Colton Orr knocked him the fuck out when he played for Montreal, and he's had a vendetta against them. I'm telling you, straight up. So he gets 5 games when he probably should have got 2. That's it.
You know how long ago that hit was, bro?
Oh no shit! I said Colton Orr. How old?
Yeah.
Trust me, and he still can't get over it. He still
Oh.
sits up there in that fucking office and cries about it. And anything that comes against the Leafs, he goes, "This is where I get my revenge."
This is what I get my. No, but you know what? As a guy who got hit, he got hit last year. If I'm not mistaken, he fell too. His nurse, like he hurt himself bad
Yeah, I
last year.
think
Was the
so.
year
I
before
think
that.
so, yeah,
But for a guy that knows how to be a defenseman, and he's not a rookie,
and
in
he's
the
good.
league,
No, he's good.
No, you have to know that you're a defenseman in your own zone. You know you got to keep your fucking head up,
Yeah,
right? Like
Yeah,
I
and I mean-
unfortunately it was a bad. I think it was more the hit to the when he kind of got sort of, you get winded or you get sort of that dizzy feeling when you get hit like that.
yeah.
Obviously,
Oh yeah, it knocks the wind out of you.
but when you fall and your hands aren't protecting your head,
Yeah.
then it's a big
I
problem.
agree. I mean, I agree. Like, yeah, okay, he should have had his head
Because
up.
he
But
hit him
still, Reeves
I don't think
should
that
have.
cut came. I don't think that cut came from Reeves. I think that cut
came from
came
his
from him
visor.
hitting the ice.
No,
Did
I
it come
think
from his?
I think
I think it came from
personally,
but from
I think
hitting
it
the
came from
ground.
hitting the ground, and then the visor probably
Yeah.
slicing him. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
He
And I
had
mean,
that
yeah,
visor on for a reason. That visor's been there since last year because of the last time when he got hit, right?
yeah. Well,
I think he
Is
took
he-
a puck. Didn't he take a
is he?
puck? Or
Yeah, but is
something?
he grandfathered in? Because visors are mandatory now in the NHL, unless you're grandfathered
I don't know if
in.
he's that. I don't know if he's that young. I don't know. I don't know how long he's
Yeah,
when
I
when
can't
they did the
remember.
when they did that visor
I
rule.
can't remember. It's been a few years now, but I just know that if anything from there on, if you were before that, you didn't have to wear a visor. Because I know there was only
Well, it's
maybe
like those
4
ones
or
that were
5. There's only like 5 in the NHL that's left that doesn't wear a visor.
Yeah, and well, a lot of the older guys, you don't see Gallagher unless they're wearing it for protection for themselves.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
Like that's what I mean. Like there was something they were talking about that, and they had said about how there's only like 5, maybe 6. I don't even know, somewhere around there that only wears visors. It's the same thing when they grandfathered the helmets in. I mean, what was it? Brad Marsh, I think, was the last one to play without a helmet.
you see them honored the other day. I don't know if you got a chance to see a clip or anything of that, but they honored Shea Weber.
Yes,
at the thing that was really
that was
nice
good.
to see.
That was good.
And
that-
they
you know what?
They showed that
That's-
clip, and I will never forget that clip where he said, "We let Price down." He took full accountability and you know what? The guy
But he
was
was
hurt
hurt
himself,
though, man.
no,
Like,
but even
you know
Weber
what?
was
It's so
hurt himself.
sad because he is such an amazing defenseman. Shea
Beautiful.
Weber
And-
is unbelievable, and it just sucks that these players that are at that caliber for their sport,
Yeah.
and it's the same thing when Lindros got hit by Scott Stevens. Yeah,
Yeah.
he should have had his fucking head up, but you know what? Now Lindros was never the same after that. Like, I mean, it's a shame. It's the
happens,
same
bro.
thing with Weber. Like, I mean, he was such a dominant defenseman, man. He was fantastic.
Your body breaks on you and you don't
Yeah,
come
I
back.
know.
Look, we just showed you were talking about Aaron Rodgers just a minute
Yeah,
ago. It's
yeah,
just what
exactly.
happens.
Same
Your
thing.
body gives.
Yep.
Your body gives, man. Especially
Same
when
with
it's important things.
Patriotti. Was it Patriotti again? He's out again.
Is
He
he?
can't
Yeah,
stay. Yeah, he
it's-
can't stay
it's-
healthy, man.
No, I think it's a lower back issue, and it's not. When you have a back issue, regardless
You're
of what.
done.
Remember,
You're done. Trust me, I know
he's a
that.
taller
Yeah.
guy, so
Yeah.
he's got a bigger midsection.
Yeah, his torso.
And it's a lot easier to get twisted and bent out of shape too, right? So
Yep.
yeah. You know, and I knew he wasn't going to be, and that's why the contract was so short. And he was
Yeah.
only going to be there short term. I didn't think, but
Well, he was
kinda
a
sucks.
PTO, right, when he came to Toronto.
Yeah,
And then he
so
did so well in the preseason that they actually offered him a contract. I mean, he
contract.
still is good. Like when he's healthy, he's still a great player. He's
No,
he makes a difference.
but it's hard to stay healthy, and this leading into our
Look at
next,
Matthews now.
next-
Matthews is still fucking out.
Yeah, but Matthews is, I think, milking it. You know what? He's going to pull a Kucherov and come back when it's closer to the playoffs, and maybe no, because you know what? Really, he doesn't have to go for another 50-goal season. I mean,
No.
why not? He could, but he
Oh,
doesn't have
yeah.
to.
No.
You know, he might as well save him for when you need him.
From what I heard, I think it's his wrist again, which is why it's taken him so long to score when he first started again. So I think he's
But
out.
it's a
He's trying
lonely
to.
road on the road.
Hey man, shit happens. But if that is what it is, his wrist, they might, especially knock on wood, that they're actually playing half decent. Where I think since Matthews went down, they've only lost one game. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they lost 3-0. I think to Ottawa. Other than
they're
that,
still
they
not in
beat.
the greatest. There's no. Are they? What are they sitting at? They're still sitting. They're not the greatest. They're still having a hard time in the conference. Like they're still having. They're not winning every game.
No, well, yeah. Since Matthews has been out, they have.
I don't know if it's been that much of a streak that they're on, dude.
Hold on.
I don't know. I haven't been following the Leafs. I've been like I said, it's football season right now, so I've been just glimpsing over the Habs, and I've been glimpsing.
Okay,
over
so Toronto won on Saturday.
Yeah,
and Toronto won on Wednesday. They lost on Tuesday. Toronto beat Montreal last Saturday. I had to say Montreal. Toronto beat Detroit.
Oh well, but they didn't shut us out, bitch.
Nope.
That's right.
And we shut Boston out. Yeah, we've only lost one game, dude.
Since he's been out.
Yeah. Was he there for the Minnesota game or not? Because we lost in overtime with Minnesota, but we still got a point out of it. And we lost
he wasn't
to
there
St.
for
Louis.
the Minnesota game. He's been out for a while because I've had him in my hockey pool as the.
So I mean, for the most part, where's the?
I have him in my Yahoo pool, right? So I know that
standings.
He's been on my injured reserve for like 2 weeks now, or 3 weeks at least.
Okay, so the top team's got 26 points. So the top two teams in our conference is Carolina, New Jersey with 26, Washington and Florida with 25, and Toronto with 24. I mean, shit, they're right there, dude.
Yeah, Florida got Florida beat Winnipeg too the other day, motherfuckers.
Yeah, so it's only Florida and Toronto that have beaten Winnipeg. Same thing last year. Toronto beat Winnipeg both games, and they were like one of the top teams. I don't get it. And yet you play a team like the Ducks that are like last place, and they get blown out. Like it makes no sense.
Yeah, and then we're having still a figuring. I'll tell you right now how many games he's been out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and he only lost 1 out of those 6. So he was in there in Minnesota. He was playing Minnesota's game.
Okay, so that's not bad, dude. Come on, you're number one.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But then Marner's been stepping it up too, right? So
Marner has, Nylander has.
Well, Nylander has no choice.
Nyes.
He's got big money.
Nyes,
I know.
Nyes is playing he's playing fantastic. I love that kid, man.
He must be learning a few things from Matthews and Marner, eh? And Nylander.
That's possible.
You know what? It's not so bad when you have. Yeah, it's not so bad when you have.
They're coming back. Cowboys are winning.
No Cowboys. The cheerleaders are too busy fucking dancing fucking Jake Paul.
Fuck Jake Paul. You and your Jake Paul. You shove
him
up your ass.
Like how did they? Wasn't it the Dallas cheerleaders that were cheering for him? Was it him?
I didn't watch it. I don't watch fake shit.
Well, you know what, bro? The fucking fights before that were not fake.
No,
the girl fight was.
I heard those were
some crazy fucking fights.
I heard those were
fights.
Yeah.
The setup towards this. Yeah. Now, okay, we can get in. I want to get into this because you know what? I feel bad.
Hold on. So sorry, quickly, just before you get into this, this is what kills me. For those fights, Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, I think that's his name, Jerry Jones.
Okay.
Puts up friggin' curtains on the windows. Okay.
For which fights?
But for the Tyson fight.
Okay.
Okay. But when his actual team, Dallas, plays in the afternoon, He puts nothing up, so his own players are blinded by the sun and have nothing but complaints about what a shit arena that he built. What is wrong with this moron? Why would you not put drapes up for your they were showing highlights of CD Lamb. He can't even see the damn ball. The ball goes flying by him. He's still looking for it. You can't see because he's blinded by the sun. Like, it's ridiculous. I don't understand it.
What he did this during the fight?
The fight still put it. Yeah, it's not like he left open, the windows for the fight. No, he puts drapes up for draws the drapes or whatever over the windows for the fight. He even does it when there's concerts there. He'll put the drapes across. But yet when his own team is playing, he doesn't put the drapes up. I mean, it's the stupidest design I've ever seen. Why you have windows on the side of the building like that where the sun shines right in and blinds your players? It's ridiculous. That's just that's my opinion.
Yeah,
the curtains for the yeah. You put the curtains up for the fight, but not for his own team to play. And obviously, it's different tonight.
Okay, but the curtains, doesn't he want his own team to play?
Well,
doesn't he want to see it? Okay, so he leaves the curtains up, right?
Well, no, it's the curtains are for the. Oh, Jesus, dude.
Okay, give me a better context.
The arena has windows.
Okay, now I'm going to explain it to you.
The windows are on the side, so you look outside into the parking lot or where the hell you're looking.
That was probably not his choice. That was
everything is his choice, dude.
No.
Jerry Jones, he has complete control over everything that is built and said around that. It's a poor design. It should have been rectified with either curtains or just tint the damn windows.
Well, I can do that now because I'm pretty sure that Netflix helped them out with some money.
Yeah, well, not only that, CD Lamb has done nothing but completely fucking ripped a strip off him up and down about it.
Well, that's
you can't see shit. How no wonder why
football team.
Well, that's what I mean. It's stupid.
Maybe it's because they suck so bad that he doesn't.
That's the reason
why
they're sucking so bad, probably.
Oh yeah, no, I don't.
One of the reasons.
Not the reason.
I agree with it. It's not the reason, obviously not.
But I guarantee you, they had to be blacked out. They had to be blacked out for the fight because it was a pay-per-view fight, and
he does it for all concerts and shit too.
Yeah, well, you have to. You can't have the light coming in for the concerts and stuff.
There's
certain things you have
to have the light come in and blind your players.
You know what? A little bit of sunlight doesn't hurt the players. They need the vitamin D.
No.
Who cares about the fucking singers and who cares about the people that are fucking fighting? Let them do their thing. No, but the Netflix one guaranteed was a blackout.
Stupid.
Okay, maybe the arena's built shit. Who cares? It is what it is. But I'm pretty sure Netflix had to put that up there because remember, this is the first time in history that Netflix servers crashed. And if you didn't notice during that fight, because I obviously didn't watch it on Netflix, I found my own place. But what I'm trying to say is that when Netflix did this thing, their server went down. But they were testing out, they were doing with commercials. They were saying because primetime football is going to be going to Netflix, which I'm surprised. I thought it would have been going to somewhere like Prime.
Yeah.
Right? But they have hockey rights. Apple's got some hockey rights now,
Yeah,
so
I know
to stream a few shows, like they get the Monday night Apple TV one, or now and then they do like certain games on Prime.
Stupid.
Yeah, they do that because
I don't care because I get everything online, but
bro, it's just like they're doing. I
feel bad. Like my sister.
It's like they're doing
Apple.
But they're doing that for everything because nobody subscribes to cable anymore. They know that. So
everybody's
they know that's a big thing.
Shit. Yeah.
Regardless if it's a streaming system or like an actual platform, like that you pay whatever it is. I know it's a ridiculous price now for Netflix, right? Without any ads and shit like that, and to have more than one person. I know it's gone ridiculously priced, but they're showing that they're going to be playing NFL primetime. This was a test for their servers too, because you don't think that every time there's an NFL game, their servers are going to take a beating. And if they're going to go forward with this whole MMA or the fighting on the Netflix, and they're going to have main events, that's gonna it's a test out for their server too, right? Everything's a fucking. So when it blacked out, it's funny, it blacked out on Netflix, but it froze on Netflix, but it didn't freeze on the streaming site I was on. right?
Yeah,
So I got to see.
I heard
everything,
about
right?
that. Yeah, I heard about that.
You know,
Crazy.
people are messaging me. I was getting messaged. People are going, "Fucking Netflix." Listen, I can imagine how many people called Netflix that day.
Oh,
That
no
night
doubt.
or the next
No
day
doubt.
and want money back. And I believe they should all fucking get some of their money back, at least
Sure
for the
they should.
fight,
Sure they should.
because that should have never happened.
Yeah.
These people are paying ridiculous amounts of money for this.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
if you add all your streaming services into one, that's a
Yeah,
fucking
exactly. It's the same
internet.
thing.
Well, that's a cable bill all in itself, plus
Mhm.
over $100. If
Yep.
you had all the streaming services that you can buy individually and
Yeah.
subscribe to all those little extras, it'd be about $100 when you do
Yeah.
the math, 80 to $100. So it's not worth it. You know, anybody needs an APK file, let me know and I'll help you out. And we'll go from there. But
Like I said, I love my box, man. That Android box
don't
is. I know.
don't we all love boxes,
Yeah,
bro?
I know.
Don't we all? Yeah,
As
that's
soon as
why I
I
put
said it, I
myself.
was like, "Oh fuck!"
You see,
Of course,
when
you're,
I'm
you're
on
like that. You're right. Jump right on it.
when I'm on screen with Nico and them, they put
Yeah.
me in a circle. They put me in a circle. They like round things. So I like square boxes, if you know what I mean. So
There you go. The Android box is fantastic because I get every single thing that there is.
I'm still waiting to see when that's going to get shut down or when that's going to take over as the actual. You know what? Eventually, I think that's just going to be a cable service in itself, right? But eventually, dude, that it's too. You know what? There's too many people out there that know how to use computers now, and unless they can get heavy duty blocks on these things and put the proper
Well,
things into place, it
these
is
guys have
never
been
going to
going
happen.
for well over 10, 12 years.
Dude, this cell phone is fucking what, 6 years old now, and I still have no problem with anything when it comes to fucking streaming.
Yep.
Security issues, nothing. Knock on wood.
Yep.
You know, it's just everything. I'd rather do it actually from my phone than my laptop because I have
Yeah, I
less of
don't. Yeah, I don't like
an
losing.
antivirus, right?
I use the laptop for this, what I'm doing right this second, and that's it.
Mhm.
Otherwise, I don't touch the laptop, man. Everything's on
No,
my
you
phone.
can. We're a phone generation. We know how. I mean, you can literally do everything on a phone that you
Yep.
can do on a computer, except for maybe recording like this. But technically,
Yeah.
you don't even need to use the computer like we do. You can have a camera on you and just use the computer as Googling, or
Yeah.
use your phone as a Google or whatever, right? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I know that fight was. I know you're gonna say that fight was fixed, and I know you're gonna have your ball with that. But I'll tell you right
Well,
now, dude.
it's proven.
But it's just physically I know it's physically not possible. You can't get me or you into a fucking ring with a 25-year-old and expect us to go 10 rounds. That's only 5. Really, the way they played it out was only really not even 3 rounds of a regular boxing match.
Do you know how
Right?
much he had to hold back?
Who had to hold back? Jake
Tyson.
Paul?
Tyson.
They both had to. No, Tyson didn't have to hold
The
back.
only way Tyson was going to make money is it had to go full rounds. It's the only way
was
that
gonna collapse. I'm sorry, dude. He's not. He physically cannot take it
He
anymore.
could
I'm
have.
sorry. No, hold on. Let me finish
Go
my
ahead.
thought.
Yeah, go ahead.
He was training well, and we've seen that prior to a lot of this, and we've seen how quick he was moving and how. But I'll tell you right now, ultimately, and you can attest, because at our ages, I mean, I'm not that old, but as you get older, muscle mass doesn't stay on you as well. Okay, so you have to put a lot of stuff in your body. Plus, he got six blood transfusions because he got sick. Right now, if you noticed when he was training, he was a little bit more fit in the stomach and a little bit more in shape that way. But if you notice when he got into the fight, he did genuinely look like an older guy than what he did when he was training. And that for that fight originally. Remember, this fight was planned 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
And it just happened now. So somebody aged. I'm telling you right now, he's 58 years old, and God bless him for fucking going into the ring at that age, because and Jake Paul's not a strong guy, but I'm guaranteeing you I'm not giving him any credit of any sort, but I guarantee you he had to hold back himself, because even thinking in your head that one of those shots, right, could actually kill the fucking guy on the fucking, on the spot, it could. It doesn't matter where you hit him. You hit him in the spleen bad, bro. There's not, that muscle wasn't there. He had padding. Like, don't get me wrong. It was fat. It was there. It was padding. But I'm telling you right now, as an older person, it's like, I was trying to explain this to Nico. I was like, yeah, get you and my brother and my cousin out and go like you guys used to go to the bars when you guys get drunk and get into a fucking street fight or whatever, I get drunk fight or whatever. I go run into a group of 20, 25-year-olds right now.
Yeah.
Okay, you'll have a little bit of a fight, but your stamina is not going to be there. It isn't, regardless.
Yeah.
You can go crazy, you can go all you want, but those kids are gonna have fun with you, especially if they're 20 years younger. I'm sorry.
Now let me
Okay, go.
Okay. I listen to Joe Rogan. Obviously.
There is your fucking problem right there.
That's not a problem because he actually is part of all this shit. He knows this stuff. And it's already been proven.
Joe Rogan.
Okay. Jake Paul had final say on who the judges were.
Of course he did. He said all this in motion.
So there you go. Right there. They're all going to favor him. Number two, this is the most important one, actually, right here, is Tyson makes no money unless he goes to the full end of the rounds. He could have no problem knocked Jake Paul out in the first or second round, and he would have made no fucking money. So what's the point? It's just
because if he really wanted to do it for pride, if Tyson was really in it for pride and not for the money, I'm sorry, he would have fucking knocked them out in their first
Absolutely,
two rounds.
he should have, but
no, but he
wants
doing
the
it.
money.
He's ultimately doing it for money.
He's poor.
I mean, he's already had
to declare bankruptcy before.
But I still don't believe he would have knocked him on the first. He did great in the first two rounds. I still don't believe he physically would have had the power. Jake Paul's just got bigger muscle on the neck. He's a bigger guy all around.
Tyson knows where
Logan
to hit.
Paul or whatever the fuck his name is, or Jake Paul or whoever. I don't know. They're all the same shit. Different.
Tyson knows where the button is to hit to knock somebody out, and he would have knocked him the fuck out if it was just a single purse of like whoever wins, this is what you get. First, maybe second round.
Jake
Paul would have been lying on the fucking mat.
I love Tyson. I grew up watching him with my dad.
Okay,
and then that's when there was real heavyweights.
Yep.
Okay, and Tyson wasn't really even that big. You know, he was just those duck and move, and not knowing where it comes, and then just solid power from his shoulders. That's all. I mean, he knew how to throw his weight around. He wasn't that. He was a solid guy. I mean, yeah, he was considered a heavyweight.
Yeah.
But to be honest, there was a lot bigger heavyweights than him out there.
Yeah.
Right. And he still had no problem. I used to remember them buying the pay-per-view event.
Yep.
And then us sitting there watching it for fucking 2 rounds or not even. And it was such a waste of money. Like I remember my dad freaking out all the time, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I feel good that he got in the ring. He was able to get in the ring, and people were having a hard time because same here. I love Tyson, but you're almost feeling bad for him at one point because you're starting to watch him. I was watching him. He can barely keep himself up on his legs, bro.
Well, by the time you get to your fifth and sixth, yeah, right, of course,
you're just not breathing properly.
Yeah. Which is why I said if they had a
and he's a smoker.
I didn't know that.
Well, marijuana doesn't matter, but smoking marijuana, it still messes with your lungs, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's why he talks that way. No, I'm joking. I don't know.
Oh no, those are his nuts, bro. Those are his nuts.
Anyway, but if there was an actual purse where nothing about having to go so many rounds and this and that and all that shit, this is your amount of money. Whoever wins this fight takes it. Paul would have been fucking on the mat first, maybe second round, lying fucking knocked out, guaranteed.
I still don't know if I put my money towards it.
Oh,
bro.
I would.
I still,
100%.
I don't know. Like I know he looked quick in the fucking first 2 rounds, but after that it just tailed off, bro.
He knows exactly where to hit to knock somebody out, and of course, because he doesn't get paid, he's just gonna kind of jab here and kind of give him a little shot here and there, and he's just gonna try to keep his cardio going and try to keep as less energy as possible to go, so he can manage to go to the end of the round.
This was
it.
I'm hoping that this was more of a ploy to, kind of pass over a torch to get some more heavyweights out there and just box again.
Maybe.
Because it really, after Tyson was gone, it kind of really diminished big time. Like, it just
UFC
fell off the map.
Over. UFC
UFC, don't get me wrong, it's fun to watch once in a while. I think the women fights are even better because they're a lot more
amazing.
vicious.
Yeah, they're amazing.
And they're just a lot more vicious, bro. And
I used to watch UFC a ton back in the GSP days and shit like that. But
no, I was never into it. I was more into boxing.
I stopped watching that after, because I used to do jiu-jitsu and kickboxing with a friend who's a teacher, and that's when I was into the watching the MMA and stuff. And then
Mhm.
after I stopped doing that, I just also stopped watching the UFC. It's that, and it just seemed like before you'd have a match, and like every year it would be like a nice big. Everybody's like, yeah, UFC whatever number is coming up. Then all of a sudden it was like, every 6 months, and then it was every 3 months, then it was like every fucking month, and then it was like, every 3 weeks there's like this match. It was getting too much. I just walked away from it. I couldn't watch it anymore.
Well, and then like I said, I've always liked boxing better, where you have to, it's just
Boxing
your
is
hands,
cool. Yeah, absolutely. Boxing
right?
is, I like
I don't
that,
need
yeah.
to see anybody rolling around and hugging
Yeah.
each other on the ground. I'm not watching high school wrestling,
Yeah.
basically,
Yep.
in that sense,
Fair
right?
enough.
Yeah, minus the blood in high school, right, and obviously all that shit. But the mixed martial arts, don't get me wrong, I appreciate the whole art
Absolutely.
around
Yep.
it
No, 100%, 100%. But you're
and
right.
the
Like, there's
whole
nothing like
training
watching
that goes into it.
boxing.
Yeah,
Boxing is just,
full out taking punches to the fucking
yeah,
head, man. And
yeah.
these aren't, and
You
these are
guys are
not like
crazy, man. I couldn't do
the
it.
the pounds that they have there. But the thing that I liked about the Tyson fight is at the end, he still had enough energy, even though he looked like he was gonna pass out there and they were holding him up in a sense. Like he was having
Well,
he
after
just
that
loved
many
being in there,
rounds, yeah,
bro.
of course. He's like you said,
Yeah,
he's
and
58.
you know what? Look, and the other one, even Jake Paul was young and he was still sweating because you still got to move, regardless of what
Yep.
it is. You're still a boxer. You still got to
Mhm.
dance around all match. I mean, it's totally different. You're still
Yep.
using stamina. Your legs are moving, so what happens? You get the lactic acid crap, and
Yeah,
as
yeah.
that builds up, you start to stiffen up and shake
Yep,
on you.
yep.
And then I was watching a video where it's one of the Jelly Roll songs, and they have they have a little snippet there of uh, Mike Tyson. It's a song called "Unpretty," but they have a video for it now,
Okay.
and it's showing clips of people who got arrested during their times as from the person who they used to be to the people they are now.
Yep,
And they had them hit the middle one happened to be Tyson. It was released just before this week too, right?
Yeah.
And they showed the Tyson Iron Mike that we remember. Like there was clips of him now, like obviously not in a boxing style now just as regular himself.
Yep.
But the fighting stance and the style, that if that was him and Jake Paul nowadays and they were the same age, no, there's no. I know I wouldn't even if I was Jake Paul, I wouldn't even get in the fucking ring with him.
I still would want to get it.
You-
I just,
you
know
know?
what? I can't. Like I love watching.
I mean, I
boxing.
could tippy toe around him. I think
can't-
I can get away from him, but I don't think
I
I'm gonna
couldn't do.
take a hit
I
from him.
couldn't do. I mean, I love boxing, like to watch or whatever stuff like that. I'm fine with, but to actually get into a ring without wearing headgear and stuff, I couldn't do it, man. You'll fuck your brain up.
Oh yeah, I mean,
It's
that's
not
what I'm
worth it
saying.
for me. It's not worth it.
It's not worth it
No
for
amount of
anybody
money.
at
I
a
don't
certain
care.
age.
Yeah.
At a certain age, it's not worth it.
Even
you know
young,
what?
man.
But you know what? I feel bad because maybe they were saying it right as when they were doing the commentary, when they were saying that it's giving some of these guys hope, right? Like they could do it at 58 in some of them, and you know what? Some of them might be able to do and keep up the stamina, but you're not gonna find there's a dime a dozen that can be that shape and that size at 58 years old. It's not
It's
physically.
too hard, man.
We're already on our decline years at that time.
Yeah.
It
Yep.
doesn't matter male or female.
Nope,
It's just that's what
100%.
happens
You're
physically, right?
Yep. No, you're right. You're right.
So I did appreciate that he had a good couple witty comments there too at the end, that he'd fight says he's gonna fight his brother after.
Oh.
Tyson says, "Oh, maybe I'll fight. What is his name? Logan or whatever his name is."
I think so. Yeah, I really don't
The
know.
brother. Yeah, I mix them up all the time, but because maybe I'll fight him next, right? Or he goes or the other issue when they asked him why he was biting his gloves. He says, I kind of got a biting issue. Right, but he said it the way he said it was. So
I did hear
think
people
about it.
were warning what's his name, Jake Paul or whatever, about watch your ears or something like that. So,
Well, they were kind of questioning it at one point. They were wondering, during the commentary, why was he biting it so much, right? They were wondering if his mouth guard was falling out because I mean some of those teeth aren't real, right? So it could be the teeth coming out too, right? And like the mouth guard doesn't, he's got to keep pushing it back in maybe or something to lock into place. But I don't know, man. I thought it was funny because he was literally biting his gloves, and that's preventing him from grabbing on and biting ears. You know what I'm saying?
But the story, the lowdown on this is basically just it was a publicity stunt as far as I'm concerned.
I know, and it was the biggest payout was Netflix.
Yeah.
That's who won it really at the end of the day.
Yep. Yep.
And they're gonna keep winning it. And the problem is that they know that they got us now, especially with certain things like sports and
Yeah.
fighting. If they can get those on there on those streaming sites, and we start losing that kind of stuff, it'll be harder to find on off-site streaming sites.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it gets harder and harder with the bigger platforms that it goes on.
Yeah. It's
But-
funny because I think Joe Rogan was saying something about it's interesting with the fightings because you get people who love sports, right? But not everybody loves hockey. Not everybody loves football. Not everybody loves soccer. You know, this is all around the world. Not everybody loves cricket. Not everybody loves, polo. Like all these different sports all around the world. But when it comes to fighting, whether it be boxing, UFC, or whatever, that's a universal sport that could be appreciated around the entire world. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I think he said something like that too. I one comment, or was it him? It was one of those guys that said
Yeah.
the UFC guy of some sort. I don't know if it was Dana White. Or if it was,
maybe, yeah.
But he said that hockey and fighting is got to be probably the most toughest and challenging and probably most physically demanding on the body because you're on. Remember, first of all, you're trying to stand up, so that's one thing, right? You're on blades, right? And then you're scrapping it out and trying to grab and throw each other around. He's going. It's crazy how they can literally just stand there and do it for a bit before they actually fall on the ground.
And I would say that football is right behind hockey because some of those hits that I saw, they are dead.
The hits are dangerous.
Body, man, Jesus.
The hits are fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
I don't know how these guys they get hit this way and come.
Yeah, and they bend their the one hit from yesterday where I don't even remember what team it was. And he literally got hit this, like you said, like that way and that way, and it bent him completely backwards. And I was like, and he gets up and walks, he's like, what the hell? Like, what are you, Gumby? Like, Jesus.
Well, I'm pretty sure they do a lot of stretching properly for that to be able to handle it.
But even still, man.
But at a certain point,
your joints
issues.
and bones only move to a certain degree before they start snapping, you know, like that's
the problem, right?
It's crazy.
I was on last night's game too. I think they got got hit nailed in the back on.
I think that's the one I was probably talking about. The
trying to put the cream on his lower back.
Yeah. Because it just bent like, damn, that's some fucking crazy shit.
You know, but at the end of the day, dude, it was well worth just to see him with gloves on again. I think that was my biggest thing.
Yeah,
right. That's my biggest takeaway was that. Yeah. Like I don't like the showboating with that whole fucking little. It's kind of funny because I remember when I had that video of myself driving in a Mercedes, sort of thing like that, in that little my buddy's little kids. Power wheel.
Yeah.
It gave me just a flashback of that when I seen Jake Paul coming down and the fucking. Oh my god! I was like, really, seriously? I go, who does that? And then I remembered that I did the same fucking thing.
Who does that? Yeah, you do.
Apparently, I do. Yeah. So, but honestly, like I said, it was nice to see, and I hope that's it. That's it. Go out on a fucking note, a high note, pass the torch. Basically, let's see if we can get some more heavyweights out there to fucking fight. You know, and
that'd be interesting. It'd be nice.
You know, and it'd be nice to have, let's say, Tyson as a commentary instead of fucking, instead of the guy actually fighting, right? That'd be interesting too, because he does do a podcast, right?
Yeah.
Let him get high.
Dude,
and talk
everybody does a podcast now. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and they're
every celebrities, sports people, us. I mean, everybody does a podcast. It's crazy, man.
Well, it was one more thing I wanted to ask about that football. Was your girl Taylor Swift there at the game?
I didn't hear her speak. I'm surprised. Yeah,
she's only a drive away, really.
She is, and I thought that was the reason why they coincided to have the KC at Buffalo during her tour there in Toronto, because an hour away, right? But 15-minute helicopter ride, or something, right? But I never saw her mentioned or even shown on screen. So I don't know.
The thing is, how would you get why they lost? Because, well, maybe, but you know what? That would suck. Don't get that into Kansas City people's heads, man, because they're gonna have her at every fucking game. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
think about it. She's been at almost every game that they've won. Every time she's not there, they lost.
Yeah. Oh, I know,
So
buddy. I know.
that should be
I know.
interesting.
So I mean, at the end of the day, it's like it is. The way it took her to get in the city, the way they treated her like she was a fucking president or something.
Oh my god, that was insane! Shutting down the
Like,
Gardner and having
4
a
or fucking
5
motorcade.
Yeah, more. That's what I mean. Like just
Well, you know what, dude? For somebody who's doing 7 shows in one city, man, you would think that you'd have to have that sort of.
you have to like she is like
You're gonna get
well,
a flash mob, right?
you are not only that. I mean, there's also security issues. I mean, she's had problems in other places. I think it was where was it, London or something? Or I can't remember. Where
Well,
it
the
was.
problem is if if she got stuck in regular traffic in Toronto like the normal people do, like we do,
Oh,
yeah, she would have been
missed her
fucked.
first show.
Yeah, she missed her
But
first
no,
show. Exactly.
that's absolutely, you got to clear the traffic for her and everything. But I think
Plus
it's
with all the
it's a
construction.
combination. Yeah, it's a combination of that and obviously security. I mean, she's had some threats or something going on, and I can't remember whether it was London or
Spotify
somewhere.
coming after.
Where the hell was it? I don't remember. Somewhere in Europe or wherever, where they had to actually cancel some of the shows because she was there were some threats or whatever. But
Yeah,
Canada's a little different. I mean, I don't
like to believe.
I think
I like to believe we're a little different.
Well, I like what she said about the reason why ending her tour in Canada, because she says she loves Canadians because they're the most generous, the most polite, most fan.
Nobody's got a gun.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm not worried about getting shot. Unless it's a Raptors celebration.
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh,
That's the only time you get it, right? And this is, you would have thought somebody would have went crazy already because the Leafs can't fucking win, and they would have went nuts and just started.
Nah,
Now, let's not jinx it. Let's not. Jinx it.
Everybody's too used to that shit, man. The Leafs are never gonna fucking win.
I know
Not in my
it's
lifetime.
it's only this year. Next year will be different.